It's an incredibly unique group of individuals. They're very close. They're business friends as well as colleagues. It's a group of people who share just about everything.
TempNet helped us so much because we could come here, freely talk about our struggles, freely talk about our successes, not worry that the person next to you was going to take those back to their office and use them against you. More so, it was the person might use those to their advantage.
So the information they're sharing, again, not only opens up our mind about what's maybe the best plan going forward, but it uncovers some, I was actually excited.
They share their business techniques, they share their best practices, they share financials, operations. They're a very, very important support group for a lot of people.
Being an independent staffing firm in such a competitive market, has been probably the best organization that the most value I've received out of any organization in regards to staffing has been TempNet.
TempNet has probably been as a significant factor in our profitability and our overall growth and so forth as any single thing I can think of. I think the benefits you've got of TempNet is, first of all, it's an invitation only. It's not anyone can join. So we look for certain levels of performance and so forth. So when you come in, and we do not compete with each other. So when you come here, unlike most organizations, you come here to trade information. There's no chance you're exchanging it with a competitor.
Well, I think that's what TempNet is made up of, is all the best staffing companies and their marketplaces. It's very exclusive. There's only one member allowed per city, and that's what makes it such a great opportunity for other business owners to come together, to network, to exchange ideas, to get top-of-the-notch industry training, to really continue to be the best in our respective marketplaces. And it's a very selective membership. You have to apply, you have to be accepted, and you have to be a leader not only in your market, but also in your community. So to be a member of TempNet means you are the best in your respective city, and you have to continue to be that.
When we joined TempNet in 1985, we were a young staffing company, and we were invited to join TempNet by some people that we met at another meeting. And I immediately fell in love with the sharing, the openness that everyone has. And it was very important to me to have someone to ask questions to. And so we joined TempNet, and now you could walk through my office, and in any area of our company, there's something that I have gotten from TempNet.
We're looking for unique and progressive agencies that have something to share. This group is all about sharing. And whether it's a business practice, or whether it's the way you do your financials, or the way you supervise your offices, your sales program, all these things are shared with this group.
The information you're exposed to here is fantastic because it's real world, it really works. It isn't just an idea that somebody thought, it's an idea that somebody actually put in place, and it's worked for them. So you also can bring that idea back, mull it over with your crew, and you still have access to the person that gave you that idea 3 days ago or a week ago, because it's a TempNet member. You simply email or call that person, and they're always willing to share.
Our programs focus on sales, operations, and recruiting. And we usually split those up. One meeting, our fall meeting, is usually sales and operations focused, and our March meeting is generally recruitment focused.
Learn various approaches to marketing and sales training and so forth. And it's not just one approach. You're learning different approaches from 100 different, or from however many companies. We got 80, 100 different companies. And some of those, we might have one trainer who's here showing it how their company does it. And yet in the participation of that session and so forth, you may learn something from two other companies that are more that work better, they're likely to work better for you, and you go to those individuals and find out more about what they're doing.
One of the best things, and I think it's worth the membership all in itself, is the peer review. And so that's when you get two other business owners to come in and review every aspect of your operation and offer advice on maybe things you didn't know you had questions about, or maybe you were doing but you had hesitations about, and they kind of coach and guide you through making those transitions, those changes, noticing those things. So the peer review alone, many of the things we do currently on a day-to-day basis is feedback that we got from the reviewers who did our peer review.
The freedom to talk openly with someone that does the same thing that you do every day as an owner, as a manager, as a salesperson is invaluable. You get to brainstorm ideas, and sometimes it's not necessarily in the meetings, it's after hours, it's at the breaks, it's at lunch, it's when you go out at night or you go shopping together or whatever. You start talking about the different scenarios and you learn so much. And sometimes you just need to follow up. You call them on the phone or you email, and people are so willing to give you whatever you need, whatever information that you need. It's invaluable, the networking aspect of it.
Sometimes you can get around people and they're not like you in terms of business or just in terms of personalities. And this group likes to have fun. So if you're going to spend 4 days away from your town and your family and everything else, it's good to know that these people are here to have fun too. So
I really appreciate working with this group because they've become friends over the years. Everyone. You always know there's someone you can count on. And I know it's something that's very important to each one of them, the relationships they've built over the past 10, 20, 30 years that they have forever.
It's just almost rejuvenating yourself, getting those fresh ideas, or even if, sometimes you can take away too much knowledge and you forget about things or forget to do things. And even if you see these people and you're like, wait a minute, you're the one that did, and it can almost be like that spark of, that's what we need right now. Maybe we didn't need it a year ago or 2 years ago, but you see those individuals again and it just kind of enlightens your brain to be like, oh, yes, great idea. I need to put that into play.
At the big city stations, it's a hillbilly train with a southern destination.
This is a very successful group of people and open-minded. They don't always agree, but they're always willing to sit down and listen to each other, and they count on each other. They know, all right, I have a meeting in September, I know I'll be able to talk to this person about this person about this. They really count on each other.
When Hurricane Katrina devastated the Mississippi Gulf Coast and New Orleans, Louisiana, our area, we had thousands of people that relocated to our area. And we were contacted by the Central Mississippi Planning and Development District to come make a presentation to them on a grant and how we would process that and how we could help the people that had been relocated due to the disaster. And so I immediately got on the phone. This was over the weekend. I immediately got on the phone and called our friends in Pensacola, and they told me everything that we needed to know. I called another friend. We needed to set up a call center over the weekend, and within 2 weeks we had 125 people in a call center thanks to some other friends in Illinois.
One of the things I remember the most isn't so much a phone call that I've made or an email that I received, but more so material that was exchanged where we were trying to maybe update our handbook or needed some marketing material, and we can just put out a blast through Mary and say, I'm thinking about doing this, has anybody had experience with doing that? And you'll just get a flood of information back to you.
You can just pick up the phone and call or email, and it's never a situation where someone doesn't call you back. They always will take your call. They will always be very open.
With TempNet, it's very easy to see the impact the group has on individual businesses. And I think for me, professionally, that's what makes this worth doing.